gonna put it like this. God's beautiful people. If they trying to figure out how I know stuff about them and how they gossip and how they lie and how they be a false witness, I've been doing this since a child, man. They call what I am an empath. Empath people, we can feel your vibrations when we sit in the car with you or we having a conversation with you on the phone. Even some things in social media, like say for instance, you in Messenger, right? And you'll start off with, how you doing, dear? Or something like that. Da, 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 da. We know we're talking to computers. We know a person is about to beg. We can feel it in our bones. Like, when I was a kid, I used to walk up on people talking about me and conversations, and they'll try to change it around. But deep down inside, there's a knowing of, it's just a knowing, like you know certain things. Like, empaths, we can actually read books, watch movies, and we can interpretate the true meanings. Like, a lot of these movies, they repeat themselves. You just don't know. They just change the characters around. They change the environments. So we know people. We know people. And we don't really fit in all the time because people, they instead of like being real, we know what from real from fake. Just, it's a gift. Some of you people call it psychic abilities, but it's not really psychic. It's just that we know what we're dealing with. We're so used to dealing with people in life that we know for a fact that if they're fake or phony or they have plans or they have intentions, and that's what keep us alive as empaths. We get other titles, we get all kind of titles, but we're known as black sheeps because we don't fit in because we have a greater calling that like God picked us out of the bunch, like, you know, and God make us, like, you know, we're the chosen children of God because no matter what situation we're in, we have holiness in our spirit. We have holiness in our mind. Some people come to earth to learn to be good when we're actually naturally good. And we're sincere, we're warm-hearted, and we're caring, but we know people's always up to something. We know it. Like, we can tell. And the only way you can get an empath off their course is with love, or some empaths get stuck on drugs or in the wrong crowd. But from babies, we're always holy. We're always righteous. And some of us, we have like our dark nights where we just not seeing what we used to see because we're in a toxic relationship or a toxic friend group or a toxic job situation. Sometimes toxic love, you know. And they try to keep us blind, you know, just keep us blind. But we can see people for what they are. We know what they're about. And we just let them, sometimes we just sit and just watch. Like, we could be around people for like weeks, months, years, knowing that they like us or knowing that they hate us. And we can see like the righteous, the true righteous in heart are the ones who's trying to get into the kingdom doing good. You're not going to get in the kingdom just doing good things. You have to have a pure heart. And people actually think they can fool the Most High God. You cannot fool God, man. You cannot fool the Almighty Spirit, you know. And a lot of people don't know that I am in tune with my culture, my history, you know, my ancestors. I'm in tune. Like, I'm very in tune. I know that we are reincarnated. I can't even say it right. We come back over and over and over until we finish our life mission. And it's blessings out of it, then it's curses out of it, because you're gonna find yourself seeing people for what they are, and they think they can hide in the flesh, but the flesh is sometimes it tells too. And empath people, we just really care. We really love. We're the opposite of that hater. We're the opposite of negative people. But people judge us from our outer selves, thinking like, well, what they see, that what it is. No, nah. We wear our flesh like we wear clothes. You know, we keep coming back and forth in life, and God keeps sending us because we volunteered to be here. A lot of people, they get scared when they find out you're an empath because you know what's going on. We know if they're right. We know they're just doing it for something. They're not doing it for love. And most empaths, we really love the Most High God. We love of God. Anything that's nice, lovely said, we like to collect those pamphlets. Just anything that's of God, we love it. We love it truly. And a lot of people like to catch us with talking about God and, you know, come to their temples. We come to their temples, we don't feel right because we know that like the pastor or the deaconess, they all like wolves in sheep clothing. I ain't saying all of them are, but we can feel people's energy. Like if we get in the car with you, we know. We get in the vehicle with you, we know what you're about. We know what your intentions are. We know when you're sad inside. We know when you're wearing a mask. So it's kind of hard being an empath, but then it's a good thing too because